well from the perimeter. Uh, we I thought our ball screen defense got better as the game went on. Wasn't good early. Uh, I think our shot selection and our execution offensively when they were hitting was not what it needs to be, especially on the road.
Elliot.
Hey, Fran, I was just wondering if you had any sort of update on Peyton.
Yeah, he's pretty sore. Uh, he had that situation in the first half when we drove baseline and went down, and then then he had his other thing that has kind of been off and on. So he had two different things. That's why we shut him down for the game. So we'll see how it is, in the next day or two.
Tyler.
UCLA made their first 9 shots from the field. What would you just attribute the slow start to?
Yeah, they were really aggressive and shot it well not only inside but from the perimeter. I thought we worked really hard in practice the last couple of days. I thought we would be better and kind of give them credit for it. We were better as the game went on. But we got to be better at the start.
Chad.
Do you think a long flight home can be a good thing after a loss like this, or does it matter? Like to talk
Yeah,
about stuff, you know what I mean?
you know, I think we have a really good group, Chad, with guys with character. We've got some veteran guys. Uh, we will try to move on from what has not been a good trip and learn from some of the mistakes we made. And we'll remain positive. I want them to remain positive with each other and, just start preparing for our next opponent and recognize some things that happened tonight that, moving forward aren't acceptable with regard to, 9 straight buckets to start the game. And like I said before, -10 on the glass. And we had uncharacteristic turnovers. We had 9 turnovers out of our point guard position. Those two guys are usually really, really good with the ball. We've got to be better there.
Take a couple more, Mike.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that was still on.
Oh, okay. Elliot.
So, Fran, I'm curious as to what's the conversation like with the team in the middle of this? Are you trying to rally the troops? Is it just fix what you can and move forward? What's it like mid-game for you?
I think everybody's different. I think you got to understand your team. I jumped them pretty good at the start of the game. I'm not a guy that does that a lot. Uh, I thought they needed to hear it in that way. Wasn't like that after the game. Wasn't like that primarily at halftime. It was more business-like and trying to give them some things that we think are going to work. Rather than assess blame for every little thing that happened. At the same time, we will break down what happened and then try to improve on those mistakes. So I think, win or lose, that's what we try to do is break it down, address what we did poorly, highlight what we did well, and try to be better the next time out.
Ethan.
Hey, Coach, when you're looking at the struggles you guys have had on the road, is there any tweaking you can do to your protocol that might help get you guys off to a better start?
Well, there's only a few things you can do. You can change the defense, you can change the offense, you can change personnel. I'm comfortable with our starting lineup. We changed our lineup throughout the course of the game. We found one that was pretty good at the end, and then we changed our offense, we changed our defense. We started pressing more. We started trapping more. But I think our overall recognition beyond the point of attack has to be better. Where's the ball going once we stop the point of attack, whether it be in the press or at the top of the key where the ball screens are taking place.
Last question, Chad.
I guess it's hard to tell from TV. So, I mean, how did you feel about the effort? I mean, was the body language good? I don't know, just uncharacteristic for you guys to be down 33 at half.
Yeah, uh, I thought, I think that's a fair question. I thought at one stretch we weren't being tough enough, and I pointed that out because we're usually pretty tough, pretty physical team, whether we go big or whether we go small. I think this is a terrific group of competitors, and I thought, we were. One of the things that upset me in that stretch was I thought we made some mental errors. Like you're talking about, okay, did I see a lack of effort? I didn't see a lack of effort. I saw a lack of execution to some of the things that we prepared for. And that's disappointing because that leads to, falling behind. So of all the teams that I've coached, it's one thing I'm really proud of. Any team that I've ever had, even before I came here, our guys stay locked into the game plan and they compete and they compete in terms of how they think. A lot of times people think, we just play harder, we just go 100 miles an hour. What you have to do is think the game the right way, understand what they're doing to us, what will work against them, what maybe we prepared for that has to be changed. Obviously that was a game where whatever game plan we came up with, we were tweaking that throughout the entire game. And that's what happens. Sometimes it happens every game, but some things in the game, but sometimes on the road, especially, you got to tweak things. And so we were a little slow to react to the changes. And, I think moving forward, I think we'll be a lot better.
Okay, Coach, thank you. Have a safe
Thanks, guys.
trip back.